right. So with this story, I at first did not want to make the story because I really didn't have too much to add on to the story, and I'm referring to the submarine that seemed like it was hand built, but that went like 13, I want to say 13,000 miles below sea level to see the Titanic, and I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar with the story, and it imploded. Like it was like 3 or 4 people, they died, and there were wealthy people on there. There was a young man on there who actually, from what I heard, that say he was scared to actually participate, but they convinced him in. So that's kind of really hard to to imagine. But like I said, I didn't want to do a video about it because I didn't have anything constructive to add to it. It was a sad story, and like that's hopefully people learn from it and not be a little bit more prepared at the least. But then I seen my wife brought to my attention this TikTok video, and I had to listen to it twice because the first time I was like, okay, but then when I heard it again, it was like, okay, what I'm saying? Because my wife, because she's on Facebook and Instagram and things like that, and she started seeing memes of jokes of the tragic that happened, and normal people would be like appalled, like, why are people making jokes and innocent people died? Like that doesn't make any sense. Why do they think that's funny? But then after watching this video, I still wouldn't make jokes of people dying, especially if I don't know who they are. They probably could have been really amazing people. I don't know. But at the least of it, they were human beings, and making jokes isn't acceptable. But I have to say this, and I have to be completely honest with you. I do understand why people don't care. I have to say I understand from a certain perspective on why they don't care that these wealthy people died. So let's go ahead, watch this short clip, and let's have that conversation.
If you see people making jokes about the submarine and it's making you a little upset, I want you to know that you should be upset. You should be upset, but I don't want you to stop there. I don't want you to stop at being upset that there are some folks that are laughing at another human being's despair. I want you now to ask the next question, right? Don't get intellectually lazy now. Ask the next question. What could have possibly happened in these last 100 years to create a condition where millions of working class people had almost no empathy for a billionaire in despair? What could have happened? It can't just be that poor people are just angry and jealous. Like, don't get intellectually lazy now. You ask the question, go all the way, figure the whole thing out. Where could this lack of empathy come from? Could it be that poor and middle class, lower class people see the wealth that their labor creates being profiteered on at near oligarchy levels? So much so that they themselves are paywalled from the very things that their labor is supposed to provide them, like healthcare, like education, like access to education. Their living conditions are being commodified to such an extreme level that they don't even know if they can live in the places that they grew up in. And all of this is happening at the hands of millionaires and billionaires that are taking too much from what they're not creating. Could it be that? We literally just went through a global pandemic and watched millionaires and billionaires on corporate earning calls brag about raising the prices of basic goods to rake in record profits when we needed them the most. You're seeing these jokes online and you think that people are not nice, but the truth is people are not dumb. Large corporation CEOs and billionaires fight tooth and nail. They hire lobbyists after lawyer after politician to make sure that the minimum wage stays exactly where it is as these large corporations grow exponentially inside based off of the labor of the people that they refuse to pay a living wage. You are never going to find empathy out of those people.
Woo. Okay. Whoa. Whoo. I just got goosebumps. What did he say that was incorrect? Like, why? Ask yourself why. And then after you answer that, ask again, why? That's all he had to do, was just dig a little deeper, tap in, and you will figure out. And this is pretty much with a lot of situations. Just like when unarmed black people will get killed by the police for little to no reason. Old boy running and a cop shot him in his back. The young man, the young homeless man on a train in New York, choked out because he was hungry and he was thirsty. Nobody cared. People losing their jobs. People are living in like physical bad conditions. No one cares. So, I mean, if we're being 100% honest, if these people, and this is the problem with inequality here in America, and if it's not solved, you know, is socially, it's only going to get worse, because for whatever reason, millionaires, billionaires, and people who are wealthy, they don't care about me. So why should I give them any sympathy when they don't give any back to us? That's a really good question. And like you said, like now we're living in a society where there's no empathy, there's no sympathy, there's no care for other people. And what really makes it worse is because, you know, most millionaires, most wealthy people look out for each other. And I mean, it's only a few of them. So, I mean, you know, they know how to play by their rules. What makes it worse is for the rest of the 99% of us, we don't know how to care for one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have poor people defending wealthy people against other poor people. Why is a poor person trying to defend the wealth of a Elon Musk, who, in my opinion, doesn't deserve the money that he has? Why is a poor person defending Elon Musk having 20, 30 lifetimes of wealth and trying to defend like that's okay, while he's barely making it himself? I mean, you know, we can speculate and that'd be a whole nother conversation, but my question to you is, what will it take? Because there's more of us than it is them. What will it take for us regular folks to actually look out for our own? And when I say our own, I'm saying other folks who are fighting the same fight every single morning. When you putting on your work boots, just like me, every single morning, working 8 to 10 hours a day and still barely making it. What will it take for us to actually come together and figure this out? Now, once again, back to the submarine story. I will not make jokes. I will not be that guy to make light heart of people dying. But I will be 100% honest and say, I understand why people don't care. And that's pretty much it. So once again, if I'm wrong, if you think that everything that I just said doesn't make any sense, which honestly, like, I don't know how you would argue that, but if you're that guy and you just want to be annoying, go ahead. Leave a comment down below. And like always, let's have that conversation.